I'm back. Okay, so my name is Ntabi Singh. For those that don't know, Dumelang. Hi. I'm back on my YouTube channel, and I hope to share some of my journey with you guys. And let's talk about why I stopped in the first place. Okay. But first of all, to those guys that don't know me, I've previously introduced myself. If you look through my shorts, you'll see the introduction of who I am and what I do. And that I've got a son, 9 years old. I've got a dog. I've got a husband, and I'm 38 years old. And I have been on this TTC journey now for 6 years. I know, scary stuff. It is winter in South Africa, which really sucks because I don't like being cold. Anyway, so the last time I shared my journey was when me and my husband had a medicated cycle back in July of 2024. Yeah. So the reason I stopped sharing is because one, that failed cycle was so emotionally taxing, and I found myself in a very dark, sad, and emotional state. And it is, I'm studying. So I thought that, being that emotional would take me away from my studies because I need to complete my studies. And so I decided to refocus, shift my focus to something else other than trying. And people keep telling you, don't try, it'll happen on its own. Can I tell you guys how difficult that is? When you are telling people who are actively trying to not try, it's hard. And I get that from a different experience because it happened for you without even thinking about it. It was easier. And I think part of it, you are right. If you're not trying, things tend to happen. But for other people, the experience is much more difficult, or the challenges associated to the body. It's not just about letting it go. And I was motivated to come on here because I met another lady the other day who was told she's also experiencing explained for her, but she's experiencing secondary infertility, but for her tubes are blocked. And although, I would like to share in that journey with me, physically, they'd never found anything wrong with me. My tubes are not blocked. My uterus is not blocked. I don't have endometriosis. I don't have PCOS. And so that's why they call it unexplained, because the reason for me not falling pregnant is not there. And so last year, when I posted that video of me going through that struggle, I was sharing raw footage of me going through it. I don't think I posted it on my YouTube. And this is because when I posted it on my other mediums, my family's response to that was not very positive. Basically, they expressed that it was hard for them to see me struggle and cry like that. And my mom had said to me, when you bear yourself like that on social media, your enemies, people that don't like you, basically just find joy in your pain. And so we should not show people that we're suffering. And if I think about it, my whole point was I knew that I was going to be real and raw, and I will share like real emotions. And I know that it's not easy to watch somebody suffer, especially somebody that you love. But going back to why I decided to share my journey was because as somebody who's going through this TTC journey, I found myself emotional anyways, but I was crying in secret because I didn't want to let people know that I was struggling. I was struggling alone and people didn't even know. That's why people kept on asking me, when are you having another baby? When are you going to? And I decided maybe let me just share and let people know that it's not that I'm not trying. Okay, girl, it's not that I'm not trying. I am trying. I've been trying for a long time, but it has not happened. And I know it feels bad for them when you say, oh, I've been trying for 6 years, and they're like, and automatically people go into this mode of wanting to give you solutions. Have you tried this? Oh, this worked for me. And some of it is really good. I have to say that, you know, finding my current gynae was through sharing my experience. And somebody said, you know, I actually know a gynecologist that helped a friend of mine who was also struggling. Maybe you want to go, you know, check it out. And I did. And so far I've been with this gynae. I have not changed gynecologists. So what have I been doing since that time? I obviously stopped because people expressed their discomfort with this thing. And also I was like, you know, it started to get into my head like, oh my God, what if an ex goes into my social media and sees that I'm struggling? What if a friend that I fell off with like long time, you know, you start to think, you know, it gets to you. And so I stopped because the purpose was not to get famous. The purpose was helping other women who are in the same situation as me to feel seen and to feel heard. I never wanted anybody to feel like, you know, if they're searching through social media looking for videos of other women who are trying to conceive, you know, I wanted you to see yourself in me. I wanted you to go onto YouTube and to search for something and for my story to come up and for you to know that you're not alone, that women like me who look like they've got everything together are in the same space as you, struggling. And, you know, and sometimes you get people when you say, oh, but do you have kids at all? And when I say I've got a son, and you're almost made to feel like you should be grateful that you've got one. And listen, I'm always grateful. If anybody knows me, knows how much I'm grateful to have my son and what a big blessing that is. You know, it does not take away the yearning of wanting to bring other kids into this world, wanting to give him a family, siblings, you know what I mean? And I get it when they say that, because there's other women who I've met who don't have anything at all, and they're like, if I can just have one. And you will have that one and you will wish for more. And sometimes, depending on the kind of odds that are against you, you will either just say, okay, at least I've got one. Even if I don't get, you know, more, I've got that one. So, and I get that thinking behind that. But guys, you cannot take away from other women's needs to wanting to expand their family. And we shouldn't feel bad. And yes, we're grateful that we've got the one, but we want more. And that should be okay too. And so, yeah, so since then, I have not actively, me and my husband have not actively tried to conceive. However, I don't know if this happens to anybody. It's like when the year starts all the time, you're like, okay, I'm in a new year. What's the goal? Where do we stand? You know, because it's been a couple of months, you know, from July until now that we haven't actively tried. And yes, like people say, don't try. We haven't tried and we still have not fallen pregnant. And so that theory works, I think, to an extent. Okay, child. So you guys need to chill with that and just give support without giving advice sometimes. Anyway, so I've got an appointment coming up with my gynecologist and we will look at the options. I am considering IVF and IUI, and I will break it down in the next couple of videos why I am considering IVF, IUI. I found this place, I'll link it up here. They offer fertility treatments for affordable prices. And so because I'm not getting any younger, there's also, like in South Africa, like a cutoff period. And depending on the challenges you have physically with your body, they've got a cutoff period. So I was like, oh gosh, you know, I'm almost nearing 40 and I want to be able to, you know, have the options available to me if there are options. So I will take you through those options in the next video. But for now, I wanted to let you guys know that I've decided to come back because I had to remember why I'm here in the first place. I did this because I wanted to let someone out there know that they're not alone. I'm right here with you. And I'm going through the exact same struggle. I'm searching through the exact same stuff that you're searching through. I'm looking for the exact same answers. And yes, I don't know. I don't have it figured out. I'm just trying. And so this is why I'm back. I'm back because let's do this again and go through with me as I navigate this journey. And I will share more details on what, you know, I've gone through, I will share some of the videos of my TTC journey, you know, from start to now and where I'm at. And I'm hoping to reach women who are like me. And if the stuff that you've done that I haven't done, please just leave a comment, share the details. We are one community after all. And yeah, I hope to, you know, have a nice journey with you guys. And that's it.